This beast? Its stealth is impressive, isn't it? Muttered the hawk-faced man, scouring the forest of death for Xiao Mu, yet unable to locate any sign of him. However, his instincts and a special mark assured him Xiao Mu was indeed still within the forest. What puzzled him, though, was that every time he was close to cornering Xiao Mu, the latter would always manage to evade him with uncanny precision. Oh! The hawk-faced man tilted his head, sensing movement. Someone's coming. A sly grin crept onto his face. Perhaps these humans might help me track him down. With that, his aura instantly retracted, dropping to the level of a 7-star Do-D in mere moments. Damn it, he's found us, muttered the Golden Dragon King, who had immediately sensed the hawk-faced man's presence. He cursed under his breath, then turned to Xiao Yin. Xiao Yin, keep a low profile and wait for the right moment. Don't act rashly until we find our kin. With that, he withdrew into the storage ring. Xiao Yan's face darkened. Just as he was processing this, the hawk-faced man appeared beside him and Xiao Xin, flashing a sinister smile. Greetings, gentlemen, the hawk-faced man sneered. Xiao Yin and Xiao Xin, both experienced, maintained calm expressions, showing no trace of fear. Is there something you need? Xiao Yin asked, his tone even. This forest is full of dangers. I'm curious, what brings you two here? The hawk-faced man asked, still smiling. The matter of Xiao Mu was critical, and he had to confirm that these two were here by coincidence. If they were here to rescue Xiao Mu, that would be an unwelcome disruption to his plans. But as he assessed their power, one a 6-star Do-D and the other a 7-star Do-D, he felt certain they weren't here to mount a rescue. We came to hunt some magical beasts to make a little extra coin. Anything wrong with that? Xiao Xin stepped forward and replied. Xiao Yin and Xiao Xin, thanks to the Golden Dragon King's earlier warning, were already aware that this figure before them was likely the one responsible for hunting down members of the Xiao clan. I see. The hawk-faced man's eyes glinted. I have a proposition for you, if you're interested. Oh? Let's hear it. Xiao Xin raised a hand to stop Xiao Yin, nodding for him to listen. The hawk-faced man knew that anyone venturing into the forest of death was likely ruthless enough to consider any offer if the reward was high enough. And with his own power, eliminating these two would be as effortless as squashing ants. I've been tracking a certain magical beast deep within the forest. A few days ago, I managed to injure it, but it fled further into the woods. Despite my search, I haven't been able to locate it since. If you two can help me find this beast, any price is yours to name, he said, fixing Xiao Yin and Xiao Xin with a keen gaze. We'll consider it, Xiao Xin said, pulling Xiao Yin aside for a hushed conversation. Don't disappoint me, you two. Otherwise, killing you will be no different than slaughtering animals. The hawk-faced man sneered, exuding an air of superiority. After all, he vastly outclassed them. Ancestor, this man is likely the one who's been hunting our Xiao clan. I sense an ominous aura from him, one that only a Do Xian would have, Xiao Yin whispered. That magical beast he mentioned is likely our kin. Let's play along. Here's what we'll do, Xiao Xian nodded, formulating a plan. Hey, have you two made up your minds? If you're not interested in this lucrative offer, I'll find someone else. The hawk-faced man interrupted. Oh, we're in, of course. Xiao Xin grinned. It's been a while since we had any excitement. We're definitely interested. Good, the hawk-faced man said with satisfaction. Take this mark. You can use it to track the beast. With a wave of his hand, a crimson light appeared in Xiao Yin and Xiao Xin's palms. Understood. Xiao Xin and Xiao Yin accepted the mark and dashed off in separate directions. Is it my imagination? Or is there something off about those two? The hawk-faced man muttered as he watched them disappear. But he had no time to ponder. Finding Xiao Mu remained his top priority. Xiao Mu was far too sensitive to his aura, hence the need for this diversion. Once Xiao Mu was found, he'd have no qualms about eliminating the two men. This mark, Xiao Yin murmured to himself as he and Xiao Xin split up but kept in close contact. The red glow in his palm pulsed steadily. It was indeed infused with the Xiao clan's aura, a clever manipulation that only someone with Xiao clan blood would recognize. It seems like a big catch, The Golden Dragon King's voice slowly echoed in Xiao Yan's mind. The center of the human realm? Xiao Yan couldn't help but ask. These things are still far beyond your reach. However, I can tell you that the center of the human realm is a gathering place for the most powerful beings in the human world. It's possible that the decline of your Xiao clan's Dodi bloodline and even the disappearance of your clan might be connected to them, the Golden Dragon King warned cautiously. So what exactly are the enforcers of the human realm? Xiao Yan asked, still puzzled. The center of the human realm is where the strongest gather, and from there, they set and enforce the laws of the human world. For those who break the rules or try to resist, the center sends out powerful warriors to hunt them down. These warriors are called the human realm enforcers. And even their weakest members are Do Xian level powerhouses. Plus, due to living in the center, their strength surpasses typical Do Xian experts. The Golden Dragon King explained in a steady voice. Damn, they're that powerful, Xiao Yan muttered under his breath. Relax, while this guy isn't weak, he's not beyond what I can handle, the Golden Dragon King reassured him. Got it, Xiao Yan replied, using his bloodline and the red light mark to start searching for members of the Xiao clan. The hawk-faced man was indeed a human realm enforcer. He aimed to locate Xiao Mu through Xiao Yan and his companion and eliminate them all. Yet Xiao Yan and his companion's goal was also to find Xiao Mu, then defeat the enforcer. In a way, they were using each other. In the depths of the deathly forest, a man in simple robes was slowly sensing something in a specific area. They're here, aren't they? The man leaned on a tree, his body marked by wounds of various sizes. The deathly forest was saturated with ghostly energy, so even ordinary magical beasts here carried a sinister aura. A thunderwind leopard, a grade 6 emperor beast. Xiao Yan observed the silhouette of the magical beast as it leapt by without much concern. Its strength was comparable to a human 6-star Do D, but with his 7-star Do D strength, it posed no threat to him. This can't be right. The light mark indicates this is the place. Xiao Yan followed the mark, moving carefully to locate his clan members. Xiao Yan. Shortly after, Xiao Xin returned empty-handed, seeing Xiao Yan's confusion. Ancestor, did you find any traces? Xiao Yan asked tentatively. None. I used the light mark but found nothing, Xiao Xin replied, spreading his hands. As time passed, Xiao Xin became more attuned to his body and could fully wield his 6-star Do D level of strength. With his exceptional talent, mastering this was only a matter of time. The deathly forest is too vast. My soul power can't cover the entire area, Xiao Yan said hesitantly. Then we'll have to try this. Xiao Yan said resolutely. He released the hawk-faced man's light mark, sending it soaring into the sky before it burst apart. A thunderous sound echoed through the deathly forest, startling many magical beasts. These two, they're bold, aren't they? Even with Xiao Mu injured, he could crush 2 7-star Do Dis in an instant. Still, this method might just work. The hawk-faced man's figure blurred as he concealed his aura. Is that our Xiao clan's aura? The robed man muttered, his eyes surprised as he looked toward where he'd just come from. In that direction, a dazzling light erupted. Amid that light, Xiao Mu caught a trace of their clan's aura. Something only a true member of the Xiao clan could possess, impossible for outsiders to imitate. Could it be that the Golden Dragon King found other Xiao clan members? No, it doesn't add up. All our clans strong have been imprisoned by the Lord of the Human Realm. How could? I'd better go check it out. Xiao Mu gritted his teeth and, ignoring his injuries, headed in Xiao Yan's direction. No response. Xiao Yan murmured, watching the brilliant light floating in the sky. The light not only contained the hawk-faced man's mark, but also elements that only members of the Xiao clan could sense. Yet, there was still no reaction. Once the Xiao clan members arrive, don't rush to recognize him. Let them fight for a bit first. The Golden Dragon King's voice echoed in Xiao Yan's mind. Xiao Yan's expression darkened at these words. Wasn't the plan to save the Xiao clan? Yet, in such dire times, he was suggesting they let them fight it out a little? Still, Xiao Yan knew that his martial uncle wouldn't suggest this without reason, so he kept silent. Greetings, friends. As Xiao Yan steadied himself on a nearby rock, A cold voice echoed in their ears, bringing a chilling shift to the atmosphere, as if the temperature had plummeted for reasons unknown. Boom, boom, boom. The voice had only just appeared when, without warning, the Fireheart heavenly rock and sacred flame crystal within Xiao Yin surged to life, as if stirred by an unstoppable force. Settle down. Xiao Yin cursed under his breath, channeling the flame mantra to exert pressure, attempting to calm the sudden, furious agitation of the sacred flame. Honored guest. Meanwhile, Xiao Xian surveyed the surroundings cautiously, the voice filling him with a sense of imminent danger. Did you send the signal just now? A figure in simple clothing stepped forward, revealing himself to the two. Though scarred from numerous battles, his commanding aura was unmistakable, exuding an ethereal presence that made him appear both dignified and refined. One thing stunned Xiao Yin most. This person looked remarkably like him. The same build, the same features, only his expressions differed. Xiao Yan's sharp gaze radiated fierce resolve, while this stranger's carried a gentle warmth. Thud. Xiao Xian and Xiao Yin instantly felt a powerful, familial bond upon seeing him, but, being experienced warriors, they masked their reactions and began to play along. Indeed we did. You rascal, return that magical beast you took from others. It's not right to profit from someone else's hard work, Xiao Xian remarked indifferently, revealing a practiced ease in playing along. These two. Just commoners, it seems. Very well. Let them witness a battle between Docian powerhouses. A fight is no fun without an audience, muttered a hooked-nosed man beneath a tree not far from the rocky ledge. Xiao Mu, so you've finally shown yourself. A voice dripping with irony echoed through the clearing. Damn it. Xiao Mu's face twisted as he bolted into the distance. Yet he didn't forget to send a forceful strike toward Xiao Yin and Xiao Xian. My friends, thanks to you, I found this person. The hooked-nosed man chuckled, casually waving a hand to disperse Xiao Mu's attack. Wait a moment. I'll reward you both once I capture him. Running, are you? It won't be that easy. With that, he melded into the shadows, vanishing into the deathly forest in pursuit of Xiao Mu. Theatrics. Xiao Yin and Xiao Xian couldn't help but think as they exchanged glances. Their shared lineage had communicated enough in that brief look, leading to this charade. Uncle Master, when should we make our move? Xiao Yin asked quietly. No rush. Although Xiao Mu's weakened, he can still handle that enforcer. We need to strike at the right moment, one decisive blow. Otherwise, if he escapes, we'll face endless trouble, the Golden Dragon King replied. Understood. Xiao Yin and Xiao Xian waited in silence. Xiao Mu. That name sounds familiar, like I've heard it somewhere. Xiao Yin murmured to himself as he worked to subdue the restlessness of the Fireheart heavenly rock within him. Curse you. Xiao Mu cursed as he fled, but secretly he felt thrilled. At his first glance at Xiao Yin, he'd sensed the presence of the Golden Dragon King. Although he couldn't fathom why the king would inhabit this youth, he knew one thing for certain. The Golden Dragon King had arrived. How strong was the Golden Dragon King? Even Xiao Mu didn't know for sure, but he knew one thing. The Golden Dragon King at his peak had once battled a Do Shun from the Xiao clan to a standstill. I have to stall. The Golden Dragon King hasn't fully recovered his strength yet. I need to ensure a single, fatal strike. Or if Feng Zhen escapes, it'll only worsen things. With this thought, Xiao Mu came to an abrupt halt. The man with a hawk-like face was none other than Feng Zhen, an enforcer of the human realm, tasked with capturing Xiao Mu. His power stood at the early 3-star Do Xian level. Your so-called human realm enforcers are really like headless flies, Xiao Mu remarked, his expression unwavering. Humph. Say what you will. Why not just return to the human realm with me and face your punishment? Feng Zhen responded indifferently. You really think that's possible? Your human realm has done such vile things. It's utterly disgraceful, Xiao Mu replied disdainfully. Since ancient times, the victor writes the rules, while the defeated have no say in such matters, Feng Zhen retorted, dismissing Xiao Mu's accusations. A bunch of hypocrites, that's all. Sooner or later, the human realm's central authority will be completely overthrown, Xiao Mu said coldly. So, You've decided not to come back with me? Feng Zhen pressed, unwilling to give up. You already know the answer. Take this. Xiao Mu shot back, launching his hand toward Feng Zhen with a sudden force. A radiant crimson energy surged forward, with a momentum powerful enough to swallow mountains and rivers. The Lord has decreed. If you won't return, then atone with your life. I've long been waiting to unleash my fury since the Xiao clan subdued us back then, Feng Zhen sneered, a sinister smile twisting his face. Ardent wind blast. With a wave of his hand, a blinding, colossal storm formed around him. Xiao Mu, all those years ago, the Xiao clan trampled on the Feng clan. Today, I'll finally have my revenge. Die! Feng Zhen roared, his face contorted in madness as the brilliant silver storm surged toward Xiao Mu. The Feng clan? A mere insignificant power, yet you dare compare yourselves to the Xiao clan? The honor of the Xiao clan isn't something someone like you can fathom. Fire Kirin annihilation. With that, Xiao Mu transformed his blazing energy into a massive, fearsome Kirin beast, leaping into the 100-zhang storm. A thunderous roar exploded as the devastating gale raged. Yet, strangely, the moment Xiao Mu's fiery beast entered, the storm's destructive power began to weaken rapidly. Explode! Xiao Mu's cold snort echoed as the silver storm before them dissipated visibly. Xiao Mu, don't celebrate too soon. Feng Zhen had anticipated Xiao Mu's strength and seemed unfazed as the storm dissipated. He gathered silver wind energy in his palm and summoned a silver aura beneath his feet, enhancing his speed to a terrifying degree. That last attack was merely to wear down your Douxian power. Now, I am an unchallenged 3-star Douxian. You, a mere 2-star Douxian whose power is already depleted. How can you compete with me? Feng Zhen sneered, launching an onslaught at Xiao Mu. With every punch and kick, Feng Zhen's joints became conduits for his fiercest attacks. With both his speed and Douxian energy, he began to gain an upper hand. Damn it, I can't hold out like this for long. Golden Dragon King, I have no choice but to rely on you, Xiao Mu muttered, struggling to avoid Feng Zhen's attacks. Although Xiao Mu's peak power might reach the level of a 4-star Douxian or even higher, he had voluntarily sacrificed his sacred flame to suppress the extraterritorial evil clan within the mystic 3 heavens. Furthermore, the Lord of the human realm had planted mysterious seals within him, restricting both his bloodline power and abilities. Thus, his current strength was roughly at the early 2-star Douxian level, making it incredibly difficult to confront Feng Zhen, a 3-star Douxian. Uncle, that elder doesn't seem to be holding up, Xiao Yan observed, as he and Xiao Xin were cast aside by Feng Zhen. I know. Xiao Mu's power must be severely suppressed. Otherwise, he'd defeat this 3-star Douxian in less than 3 moves. Nodded the Golden Dragon King, his tone grim. What should we do next? Xiao Yan asked again. Watch and wait. If we strike, it will be decisive. This enforcer will not survive. The Golden Dragon King spoke, each word laced with killing intent that he made no effort to conceal. Xiao Yan, hand over control of your body to me now. Before long, the Golden Dragon King issued a calm command. Understood. Xiao Yan, aware that battles of this caliber were beyond him, withdrew his soul power, relinquishing control of his body to his uncle, the Golden Dragon King. This guy was outstanding back on the continent of Douqi, and now that he's here, I suppose we'll need him to deal with the secrets of the Xiao clan, Xiao Xian concluded, casting his gaze toward the battle in the sky. Perfected 2-star Douxian. This is going to be tricky, muttered the Golden Dragon King, now controlling Xiao Yan's body. Currently, his power could reach the level of a 3-star Douxian, but since he was housed in Xiao Yan's body, he could only unleash the strength of a 2-star Douxian. It was clear that Xiao Yan's physical limits were fundamentally different from the Golden Dragon King's dragon physique. Forget it. I can't push too hard. This kid's body can only handle the power of a perfected 2-star Douxian. If I force it further, it might cause lasting damage. In the human world, this kind of physique would make him an extraordinary talent, but for us dragons, it's still somewhat lacking. Remember to keep working on the 9 transformations of the dragon god. It'll help strengthen your body, the Golden Dragon King advised Xiao Yin, pausing before both fell silent, their gaze shifting to the intense battle between Xiao Mu and Feng Zhen. Xiao Mu, it seems you're running out of steam. The old grudge between the Xiao clan and my Feng clan will be settled here today, Feng Zhen declared, floating midair above the forest of death, his body encircled in blinding silver light. This silver light was Feng Zhen's Douxian power, aligned with the wind attribute, a force feared for both its speed and its destructive power. Your wind attribute Douxian power truly is impressive, Xiao Mu said, wiping a trickle of blood from the corner of his mouth. In their brief clash, Xiao Mu had already found himself at a disadvantage. Ever since he fled the center of the human realm, Feng Zhen had relentlessly pursued him, leaving him wounded and significantly weakened. Xiao Mu, today you die. Feng Zhen's smile broadened, deadly intent in his eyes. A series of sharp, splitting sounds burst from Feng Zhen, filling the air as the ghostly aura above the forest dispersed, repelled by his power. A full force strike from a 3-star Douxian. Golden Dragon King, if you don't step in now, I might fall here, Xiao Mu thought, fear flashing briefly across his face as he realized how strong Feng Zhen's power was. Ha ha ha. Xiao Mu, die. With a malicious grin, Feng Zhen hurled a colossal spear of silver wind energy at Xiao Mu. The spear tore through the air, leaving destruction in its wake. Even the space around it seemed to crack. Boom, boom, boom. The terrifying attack hit Xiao Mu squarely. Though he mustered all his strength, he could only barely hold back the spear's impact, his aura waning, showing the toll the battle was taking on him. The once great Xiao Mu, brought to this? Explode. Feng Zhen sneered as he forced the spear to contract, and with a swift flick, the spear exploded right in front of Xiao Mu. The violent blast was enough to inflict severe injury in an instant. Dragon God Claw. But just as Feng Zhen reveled in his triumph, a voice roared through the sky. Crack. Feng Zhen's spear, moments from detonating, was caught in a golden giant hand. In mere seconds, the terrifying energy within the spear was neutralized and shattered. Finally showing yourself? There's something strangely familiar about this guy's aura, Xiao Mu murmured, coughing up blood as he looked up at the golden figure in the sky. Who are you? Feng Zhen's pupils narrowed, wary of this new arrival. His instincts told him that this was no ordinary opponent. The human realm enforcer's methods are truly contemptible, said the golden figure, effortlessly dispersing Feng Zhen's attack. This golden figure was Xiao Yin, possessed and controlled by the Golden Dragon King, while Xiao Yin himself watched from within his soul sea. Radiating golden light, he stood, resolute and unyielding. Humph! A golden-hued Xiao Yin let out a cold snort. Feng Zhen's seemingly powerful attack strangely dissipated against the golden aura surrounding Xiao Yin, leaving an air of mystery. This is the power of the 9 transformations of the Dragon God, murmured the golden Xiao Yin. Uncle Master's power truly is terrifying. Xiao Yin couldn't help but express his amazement. The level of attack just now would have surely killed a perfect 2-star Douxian, yet his Uncle Master had effortlessly withstood it using the power of the 9 transformations of the Dragon God. Xiao Yin found himself filled with anticipation for this formidable technique. Damn it! Who exactly are you people? Feng Zhen, now slightly panicked, called out to the golden Xiao Yin. Who are we? Don't you already know? Xiao Yin replied coldly, his voice laden with a chilling resolve. Members of the Xiao clan? Impossible. We've suppressed and sealed all the Xiao clan elites. There's no way any remnants could have survived. Feng Zhen thought to himself, shocked, yet spoke with conviction. Golden Dragon King, let's not waste words. Join forces now. Xiao Mu interjected straightforwardly, swallowing a few pills before teaming up with the golden Xiao Yin to encircle Feng Zhen. Xiao Mu, it seems the Lord of the Human Realm was right. We can't allow anyone from the Xiao clan to remain, Feng Zhen said bitterly, clearly chiding himself for his prior complacency. Arrogant fool. Today, you won't escape, Xiao Mu said with a calm indifference. Together with the Golden Dragon King, even if Feng Zhen was a 3-star Douxian, his escape seemed impossible. Ridiculous. I believe it's you who won't escape. Feng Zhen retorted. Xiao Mu, your current power is that of an early 2-star Docian, and though this guy's strength is mysterious, it's only at the perfect 2-star Docian level. You surely realize the gap between a 2-star Docian and a 3-star Docian. While wary before these two formidable opponents, Feng Zhen had no intention of fleeing. Defeating Xiao Mu and the accomplice who came to rescue him would earn him the Lord of the Human Realm's reward, perhaps even granting him an entire star's worth of power. Yet, if Feng Zhen knew he was facing the Golden Dragon King, he'd undoubtedly rethink such arrogance. But he remained unaware. Seems like we're being underestimated, the Golden Dragon King remarked upon sensing Feng Zhen's thoughts. Golden Dragon King, is your strength really just at the perfect 2-star Docian? Xiao Mu inquired of the Golden Xiao Yin. The Golden Xiao Yin remained silent. This is troublesome. Feng Zhen's strength as a 3-star Docian is formidable, and within the human realm's enforcers, he's outstanding, Xiao Mu said, his expression growing more serious. Don't worry, such small fry can't pose any real threat, the Golden Xiao Yin reassured calmly. Attack! Xiao Yin commanded. Instantly, golden light surged around him, encapsulating his entire form. Thus, the earth-shaking battle between the Golden Dragon King and Xiao Mu against the enforcer of the human realm began to unfold in the desolate Death's Forest. Xiao Mu, prepare to meet your end. A fierce roar erupted as the brilliant Docian power surrounding Feng Zhen burst forth, rushing towards the Golden Dragon King and Xiao Mu. Child's play. Xiao Yin cast a nonchalant glance, and the golden light surged forward. Boom, boom, boom. Their forces clashed, creating blazing waves of fire that dramatically raised the temperature of the Death's Forest. The seemingly equal exchange indicated that the Golden Dragon King realized he was at a disadvantage. It seems my strength hasn't recovered yet. Being pushed around by a youngster, the Golden Xiao Yin stated slowly. A soul body? After a brief exchange, Feng Zhen understood that the young man's true strength was merely that of a 7-star Do Di. The sudden increase to a 2-star Docian was evidently due to an immense soul power. Such a powerful soul body must have possessed terrifying strength in life. If I could harness it, Feng Zhen mused with a sinister smile. Golden Dragon King, this isn't working out, Xiao Mu said as he sensed their disadvantage against an unscathed Feng Zhen. My escape is entrusted with great hope. If I'm captured by Feng Zhen again, the Xiao clan could face utter annihilation. I cannot let him capture me, Xiao Mu resolved. What should we do? The Golden Dragon King asked, vigilant against Feng Zhen's sudden moves. Observing Xiao Yan's form, hosting the Golden Dragon King's power reminded Xiao Mu of something. This young fellow harbors the bloodline of our Xiao clan from the lower realm. And there seems to be a familiar aura about him, Xiao Mu muttered, his gaze fixed on the Golden Xiao Yin. A familiar aura? The Golden Dragon King echoed, clearly struck by a thought. Sacred Flame. I was wondering why the name Xiao Mu sounded so familiar. Turns out, he's the former master of Fireheart Heavenly Rock, and the one who caught Song Yao's eye in the Jiaoyu ruins, Xiao Yin mused from within his soul sea, realizing why the Fireheart Heavenly Rock had been restless. Senior, the Fireheart Heavenly Rock is within me, Xiao Yin communicated directly to Xiao Mu through his soul. As expected. That simplifies things, Xiao Mu's expression softened with relief. Ancestor? Xiao Yin couldn't resist asking, unsure of Xiao Mu's intentions. Kid, would you lend me your sacred flame? Xiao Mu asked shortly. Lend you the sacred flame? It's been devoured. How could I lend it? Xiao Yan's disbelief was evident. It was unheard of to lend the sacred flame, making his surprise all the greater. Relax, it won't affect you. As the former master of the sacred flame, I know a few tricks. Xiao Mu reassured him, noticing Xiao Yan's hesitation. As you wish, ancestor, Xiao Yan replied. As soon as he spoke, Xiao Yan summoned his soul power from within his soul sea. A crimson crystal formed and shot toward Xiao Mu. What's that? Feng Zhen's sharp eyes caught the movement, though Xiao Yan's powerful soul energy and the Golden Dragon King's presence masked the sacred flame's aura, preventing Feng Zhen from identifying it as the sacred flame crystal. As soon as the sacred flame crystal reached Xiao Mu, a familiar warmth flooded over him, even accelerating the healing of his injuries. Old friend, it's been a long time. Leaving you to guard the extraterritorial evil clan was indeed the right choice. After feeling the sacred flame within the crystal had dissipated, Xiao Mu smiled and activated it. Having been bonded with the Fireheart heavenly rock for decades, Xiao Mu had developed a connection with the sacred flame spirit residing within it, which is why he hadn't immediately eliminated it. Instead, he separated the sacred flame to guard against the extraterritorial evil clan, hoping to temper its hostility over time. Meanwhile, the Golden Xiao Yin was keeping Feng Zhen's attention on him. Kill anyone who comes to rescue the Xiao clan. Just as Lord of the Human Realm foresaw, Feng Zhen muttered with a smirk. Kill them all? Ridiculous. You think someone like you can kill me? The Golden Dragon King retorted as a brilliant golden light burst forth from him. In a flash, he lunged at Feng Zhen. I don't know who exactly you are, but as a mere soul body, you'll be begging for life and death once I capture you. Feng Zhen laughed as his speed reached its peak, his form blurring. Time is running out. I need to end this quickly before the continent's powers notice, or else the Xiao clan's secrets will be exposed, Feng Zhen thought as he launched his attack on the Golden Dragon King. Hand of the Celestial, he sneered, unleashing a devastating strike. Dragon form. The Golden Dragon King hesitated, mindful of Xiao Yan's body, and instead called forth a protective golden aura. No sooner had the Golden Dragon King spoken than dense, radiant golden scales spread over Xiao Yan's body, forming an impenetrable armor. A massive, 100-foot silver energy hand shot forth from Feng Zhen, powerful enough to kill even an average 2-star Docian on the spot. Boom after boom, the scales cracked under the relentless impact, but they held firm, refusing to shatter. Now, take this. Dragon God Claw. Just as their powers reached their limit, the Golden Dragon King let out a triumphant roar. His hand morphed into a mighty dragon claw 3 meters long, brimming with fearsome energy, and lashed out at Feng Zhen. In an instant, the space in front of Feng Zhen collapsed, and even the spiritual energy of heaven and earth seemed to freeze. Go, Golden Dragon King? In that moment, facing such an overwhelming strike from the Golden Dragon King, Feng Zhen didn't dodge or evade. Instead, his eyes lit up with wild joy, as a crazed idea took root in his mind. The Golden Dragon King, the King of Dragons,